My name is Chu Shen Wei and I will be presenting Introduction and Objective. Highway construction is generally proceed by detailed surveys and subgrade preparation. The methods and technology for constructing highways have evolved over time. A pavement needs maintenance to lengthen their service life and the method of maintenance depends on the fuel. A pavement condition survey was done on the flexible pavement along 1 km of Jalan Paring, Batu Pahat, Johor at 28 November of 2018. A suitable method of maintenance for the pavement can be found. In this project, we conduct the analysis to assess the condition of the pavement and to determine if structural improvement is required to support project future traffic. Route deterioration depends on route strength. Next, for the objective of our project, the first one is to investigate the pavement condition in the study area. The second one is to determine the pavement condition index of the route.
Methodology: pre-survey, identify an asphalt surface route to be surveyed. We have chosen Jalan Paring, Pari Raja, Batu Pahat to be observed. Total distance was 1 km. We do calculation of PCI for unit first. We sampling and sample unit. We identify the pavement and divide it into section. The minimum number of sample units n that must be surveyed within a given section to obtain a statistically estimate of the PCI of the section is calculated using the following formula. Rerouting n to the next highest whole number. Samples are spaced equally throughout the section with the first sample selected at random. The spacing interval I of the unit to be sampled is calculated by the following formula rounded to the next lowest whole number. Secondly, determine deduct value. Determine the deduct value for each distress type and severity level combination from the distress deduct value curve below. Third, determine the maximum allowable number of deducts m. It can be calculated by following formula. Fourthly, determine the maximum collected deduct value CDV. Determine the CDV from Q and total deduct value by looking up the appropriate correction curve below. Lastly, determine the pavement condition index PCI. Calculate the PCI by subtracting the maximum CDV from 100.
My name is Tan Kang Kwan from Section 6. I will present about the data and analysis. First, we had to determine the interval, and we have total length in 1000 meter in this survey, and we divide it into X section. From the table 1, we can obtain the number of units to be inspected is 3, and then calculation for the interval is total number of sample unit in section divided by minimum number of units to be surveyed, which is X divided by 3, and we can get 3. After that, we random start at 1, and then we can get the survey section is 1, 4, and 7. For the calculation part, this is the table of survey. First, in first section, we got a quaking there, which is joint diffraction quaking, and the area is 8.5. After that, we find the density. For the deduct value, we can refer to the table. From the table, we can get the deduct value equal to 11. After that, we have to find the maximum allowable number of deduct, m. The higher deduct value from the table we can get is 11, and then m equal to 9.2. So since the maximum allowable number of deduct is 9.2, therefore all the deduct value are selected. After that, we have to find the maximum corrector deduct value, CDV. Number of deduct value greater than 5, Q equal to 1, and this is because the value is only get from 11. So after that, the total deduct value equal to 11, and from the picture, CDV equal to 11. Therefore, maximum CDV equal to 11. Part C, determine the pavement condition index, PCI. PCI equal to 100 minus CDV max. Therefore, we can get PCI equal to 89. Based on the rating for PCI value of 89, this section of pavement is in good condition. This is the second section for the survey, and this is section 4. The calculation is same as before, and then the most important part is third section, which is section 7, because the number of deduct value greater than 5, Q equal to 1. So that is the calculation will be different than before. As we can see, the table in the right corner, the Q equal to 2, therefore we have to make it until Q equal to 1. And then the final maximum CDV is 20x. After that, PCI equal to 72. That is in satisfactory condition. That's all for me. Thank you.
Result and discussion. So out of the 3 samples, sample 1, sample 4 and 7, we have found that only 1 sample is in satisfactory condition and 2 good samples. The average PCI we get is 83.67, which fall in category B in PCI. So the level of service is B, only preventive maintenance are required. This is because the rehabilitation work had just done not too long ago. So we can say that the road condition is not bad as we expected along the stretch of 1 kilometer. In this project, we inspect 3 samples from 8 section of Jalan Parit Baling. Each sample unit has an area of 125 meter times 4 meter with a total of 500 meter square. The pavement condition is used as pavement rating method that based upon visual inspection of pavement distress. In our survey, define the pavement condition index from 0 to 100, with 0 begin with the worst possible condition and 100 being the best possible condition. So there are several types of distress found along the road. The first one is alligator cracking, depression, slippage cracking, and also the joint reflection cracking. So the severity of each distress is based on ASTM 6433 standard. There are 3 different levels with low, medium, or high. There are several reasons that the distress occur in a pavement. It may include traffic load, poor drainage system, improper rehabilitation, and poor construction method, and also the material used. Road must be resurfaced with the needed thickness of hot mix asphalt on the existing pavement, which can help to maintain the serviceability of pavement and provide the necessary structural strength for pavement design period.
In conclusion, the Pavement Condition Index is a simple, convenient, and inexpensive way to monitor the condition of the surface of roads. PCI is to identify the maintenance and rehabilitation needs and ensure that road maintenance budgets are spent wisely. The Pavement Condition Index rates the condition of the surface of a road network. The PCI provides a numerical rating for the condition of road segment within the road network, where 0 is the worst possible condition and 100 is the best. Based on our result, from the 3 sections that have been surveyed, the most common type of distress found on this pavement are alligator cracking, depression, slippage cracking, and joint reflection cracking.